You can have a great day's sport with literally just one bag of pellets. You join me here today at the lovely Packington Fishery in Warwickshire, where I can run you through the activated course and the cell pellets from Mainline baits. It's amazing how versatile hard pellets can be. Here at Mainline, there's two in the range. You've got the cell pellets and the activated course pellets. The cell pellets give you an option of a nice sweet smell, good if the water's cooling down in the winter time, really good for attracting like skimmers, carp F1s when the weather's cold. And the activated course pellets are a real nice meaty flavour, good in the height of summer when the weather's warm, the water's nice and warm, the fish just love it. With the size of the pellets as well, they obviously fall at different rates when they're in the water. The 8mm pellets will sink a lot quicker than say a 4mm will. So you've got to adjust. If you're fishing a deep peg, feeding 4mm might not be the way to go. You might need to feed a heavier pellet to get it to the bottom quicker if you're looking to catch on the bottom. If you're catching shallow, then maybe a lighter pellet will be better on the day. Keep the pellets up in the water for longer, which in turn will keep the fish in your peg longer up in the water. Going on a session and you're looking to solely catch on the bottom, one thing I like to do to my pellets is give them a real good coating in the pellet enhancer oil. What that does is it makes your pellets sink like a brick basically, gets them to the bottom really quickly where the fish are going to be feeding, so you're not messing about. It's really simple to prepare as well. All you've got to do, add some pellets to a bait tub, give them a real good squirt with the oil, give them a mix up nice and good so that every pellet's coated really well, and just leave them for 15-20 minutes and they'll be ready for when your session starts. Not only just the pellet oil in the range, there's like 7 flavours in total, so there's plenty of options if you want to give your pellets a boost to keep you ahead of the rest. On top of the syrups, Mainline offer the Captivate colorants as well with flavour. They're excellent for giving your pellet a boost to make them stand out. You can dye any pellet to a red, a green, my favourite being the red really. In the summer months, red's just a great colour. Like green, sometimes as the weather goes cold, the water goes clear, it's a nice dark bait, the fish feel safe feeding and eating that sort of colour. The possibilities with it are endless. You can just have a play about and come up what's best for you. Today at Packington, I'm fishing 13 metres and I've opted to loose feed hard pellets with a catapult. I've set up 3 rigs to cover all my options really, so the fish can dictate to me how they want to feed, to be honest. I've got a positive rig for fishing on the bottom if I want to get the bait to the bottom quick if the fish are down there feeding. I've got a rig for fishing the depth, but a really light rig strung out so that the pellet falls a lot slower so that you can intercept the fish mid-water. You're just fishing the layers really, the fish are telling you where they're sitting. And also I've got a shallow rig. If it's really good, you're getting loads of bites as you're laying your rig in, you just go onto a shallow rig and catch them shallow then. First rig I've set up today is a nice positive rig. It's one of the new Guru Mick Wilkinson Pinger wires, about 0.4, comes down to a nice positive bulk of spread shot closer to the hook. What this does is it gets your hook bait down to the bottom really quick. I've got a nice 6-inch length of line to a 16 Super LWG with a little bait band. That's perfect for if you want to just get the bait down quick to where the fish are feeding. Second rig I've set up, slightly different, the same pattern of float, but different in it's a carbon stem, and this is a 0.25. It's a really light float, and what I've done with this differently is strung the shots right out. So this rig will fall through the water really slowly, giving them fish time to watch the bait, follow it down. Like today I've caught a few fish like sort of 2 foot deep, 3 foot deep. If I was fishing that positive rig, I'd have missed out on them fish. So with this rig, you're just covering your whole peg really, and just gives you that chance to catch them fish whatever depth they want to be at. And the last rig, just a bog standard simple shallow rig. Got a little 0.1 dibber, one shot about 5 inches from the hook, and the same, a 16 Super LWG with a little bait band, and that's just if the fishing's really good. So as you can see, there's 3 different rigs that offer you 3 completely different ways of fishing, but they're all to exactly the same hook with a little micro bait band. Super LWG, size 16, little band, covers everything, absolutely brilliant. Right, they're the rigs that I've set up. So it's really important now to get your feeding right to suit each rig that you've set up. If I find on the day that the positive rig's better and the fish are feeding well on the bottom, what I'll probably opt to do is feed more pellets twice that are really coated in the oil, so they get a chance to sink to the bottom really quick and not feed as often. Whereas if I'm fishing through the water, I'll look to feed more regular, probably less pellets, but keep feeding sort of every 20-30 seconds, just to keep them fish, sort of keep that bait going in, keep attracting them fish into your peg, and keep working your rig. Like I say, if you're busy working your rig, you need to be busy with your feeding. With the shallow rig, it's pretty much the same. If you're feeding regularly and you're starting to get more bites, just change to the shallow rig, keep slapping your rig over, feeding exactly the same. The only one that I'd feed differently is that depth rig. You don't want to keep feeding regularly all the time and having the fish come up when you're looking to catch them on the bottom. So as you can see, there's lots of options in the range. So get out, get yourself some pellets, keep your rigs nice and simple, keep your feeding nice and consistent and regular, and you'll have a great day's fishing.